Hello everybody and welcome back to my next beer review. The name of this beer it's pretty simple really. It's Heater Allen. The brewery is located in McMinnville, Oregon. They opened in 2007, so a little over 10 years now. This is an Oktoberfest Vienna style lager. So most Oktoberfest beers I've had tend to be lagers. Lager usually has a little bit cleaner of a profile. Here's what the bottle looks like. Really basic label like all their beers. They're all black and white pretty much with just simple writing. The website doesn't say much more. It says it's a Märzen Vienna style lager. First produced last year, 2017. They're referring to this by another name, Oktoberfest. I guess that's another beer they made that they cloned. Rich, malty, and smooth. Has flavors of the other beer without the alcohol content. So it's just lighter in alcohol. I really don't have any more detail on it. Their website's really vague. It's really basic. This bottle cost me right around $4. I believe is a seasonal. They actually don't say. The bottle and the website give no hints at all about the ingredients. The only thing that they list on here is the ABV, and even that they're guessing. They're saying it's about 5%. That's helpful. No IBUs on here, but it shouldn't be bitter at all. They say rich, malty, and smooth, so I'm just going to take malty from that. I don't know what else is in this. Generally, Oktoberfest use noble malts, or noble hops, I mean. There could be some earthy, some fruity, some floral. That's typical. Medium to full body. Oktoberfest beers, most of them are made with a large Vienna malt base, which is very malty, and then usually Pilsner malt. A little bit of sweetness. Should be nice copper color, whether it's light or dark. Maybe some candy or toffee. Alright, take a look at that. That's not too bad. I would say this is a medium amber copper, just depends on the light you look at it. It's a little hazy. That could be from protein in the malt or from the low flocculate yeast. The head is pretty thin. It's died down from about 1/4 inch down to about 1/8 inch. There's no sediment or particles floating in here. Now there is a little bit of a haze. It looks like a typical Oktoberfest should. Malty, tiny bit of sweetness, maybe some candy, caramel. All the smells are pretty light. Tastes medium body, probably 70% or so, maybe a little bit more. Went through my mouth and just kind of stayed there. It's very malty, but not intensely malty. No bitterness at all. The flavors coat and brush back and forth. Definitely malt, a little bit of sweet, candy. They stick around for a little bit, not very long. And they just kind of evaporate. I don't notice them go anywhere else. The sweet malt hit at the same time. That malt is really nice though. It's subtle, but it's present. I like my Oktoberfest where they are noticeably malty. This is about the minimum I would want, but it's still nice. It's not overpowering at all. There's really no lingering taste, I wouldn't say. There may be some toffee or caramel notes in here, just hints of that. Those usually come from a darker malt. It's like a darker crystal malt, caramel malt, maybe a Caramunic. They're saying rich and malty. I think it's lightly malty. It's not rich on my palate. This is showcasing that base malt, probably Vienna they used in it. I wouldn't call it thin and watery. This is probably a pretty simple recipe. I would be surprised if more than 3 malts in here. There is a little bit of character, not very much. It's not an array of flavors, it's very simple, and that's okay because Oktoberfest usually are. Now, this being a lager, sometimes they're crisp, clean, and bright. Those are general characteristics they have. This has a fairly clean profile. It's not bright or crisp. covered my entire mouth there, brushed back and forth for several seconds, and slowly fades away. Tastes medium body again. The malt and the sweet are still there, but they're very light. So far, I'm not getting new flavors out of it. Some sweetness and maybe a little bit of toffee and caramel in there. The malty is not rich out of the bottle either. I'm not picking up any flavors out of the bottle I didn't get out of the glass. It still has the same kind of character. Without going through my usual list, no off flavors in any of the Heater Allen beers I've had. Nothing seems out of place, like fermented wrong or not cleaned properly. I have no complaints about off flavors. Will I buy it again? I'd buy the occasional bottle of it, not because of bad beer, but it just didn't really stand out to me as a great Oktoberfest. Would I recommend it? I would recommend it. I think you might like it. It's not a bad beer. How do I think this compares to the other Oktoberfest I've had? I think this one is below average. The malt flavor is really light, and it doesn't have very many flavors going on. It'd be nice to have a few more. It's not a bad beer, but I'm not really that impressed with it. I think it fits the Oktoberfest profile okay. It's not wrong, but the flavor is just too light. Heater Allen Brewing, McMinnville, Oregon, Oktoberfest Märzen Lager. Pretty basic label. If you have any comments, feedback, thoughts, suggestions, otherwise, send them my way. I'd like to read them. That's all I have for this beer review. I'm going to finish off this Oktoberfest. Cheers.